There'll be more people coming, don't worry. Do you put them underneath something there so they'll fall out? How's it going, everybody? Let me know if we are live. Can anybody see what's happening here? Mary, has the bamboo poles come yet? So, is everybody in here, or is everybody watching? Is everything was it cancelled? No, it doesn't look like it's cancelled. People of Castleblaney are out in force today. Sounds and looks good. Good stuff. So, John, we're live here. Do you want to stand there and get the crowd in the background? And why are we here in Castleblaney today, John? Stand up there in case you get run over, since you're a former Garda and all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud to be here to stand with the people of Castleblaney to prevent the plantation of their town. It's that simple.
Yeah. So we're on the Monaghan County Council website. There is an Ipas centre pending for the Convent there.
Yes.
And we just saw recently as Councillor Gibbons from Sinn Féin trying to discredit the protest, trying to stop people coming, saying no. Matt Carthy has told me that there's not going to be an Ipas centre there. There's no application in, and no, you all big far righties are all wrong and spreading misinformation. What's your response to them?
I wouldn't take Councillor Gibbons or Matt Carthy too seriously, because these two men belong to a party that can't even define what a woman is. So I'm not really overly concerned about what they have to say.
Yeah, because we see on the Monaghan County Council website that there is an application that's pending for the Convent. And what do we know about the Convent and the surrounding area? We know there's 4 schools and a creche.
There are 4 schools. Well, there are a number of schools. At least one creche. Listen, the county council got caught, I would say. They're trying to sneak in these Ipas, these plantation centres, without the public knowing about them. And thanks to the good work of Grip Media and one of the contributors. One of the contributors to that programme who went digging in the weeds and found out, the ownership. He followed the money and he established the ownership of these plantation centres. Listen, our government are looking for the weakest link. They're searching the country to find the path of least resistance. They're trying to set up these Ipas centres in areas where they won't really face any great resistance. Well, by choosing Carrymacross and by choosing Castleblaney, they have picked the wrong locations, because the people here are going to fight for the survival of the Irish race. They're going to fight for the survival of their communities, and they're going to fight for the survival of our country. Ireland, our Ireland, and we will fight like hell to save her.
Amen. Our ancestors have done that before and will continue to do it. It's interesting, say the Irish race must survive, they must continue. This is an invasion, what's happening here. That's a military-style occupation. You see migrant camps being set up all over Ireland. Down in Clonmel, for example, is a very famous one. They have this new policy now of setting up government-sponsored migrant camps and have them like a revolving door where the migrants will be put in there for a while, then dispersed into the community. And from my own personal experience, I see this in Castlefin and in Convent, where Ipas centres are set up, and then every 3 months or so, a new wave of migrants are coming in. So the old ones are going out, a new wave comes in, and every 3 months it's like a revolving door. And my fear is that the politicians, the owners, will say, don't worry, it's only families and families that are fleeing persecution that are coming here. Maybe so at the start, but
from the UK.
From the UK, yes. What's your response to what I've been saying there?
To reiterate what I've said several times, every person that claims asylum in Ireland after travelling through safe countries to get here is a bogus asylum seeker. Okay, is a criminal, illegal, alien invader. Okay. The government are force-feeding the Irish people synthetic diversity. We're not going to tolerate it. This is our country. We are only a small ethnic minority in the world, and we're going to have to fight very, very hard for our survival, for the survival of the Irish race and for the survival of Ireland.
Amen, John.
Because an Ireland without Irish people will not be Ireland.
Absolutely, no. An Ireland without the Irish people is not Ireland. Was it Dan Breen used to talk about that? You brought up Dan Breen in one of your speeches in Carrymacross. He said something the same, the hills and the rivers. He loves the rivers and the hills in Ireland, but without the Irish people, Ireland is not Ireland, and we have to kind of distinguish here what's happening. And Sinn Féin will tell you anybody coming in here can be Irish, or an African with an Irish passport is Irish. But it's a slap in the face to our ancestors who went through penal laws, went through food removal, went through genocide after genocide. We are the descendants of those great people who have been massacred, who have been genocided. To call anybody else Irish, it's a form of gaslighting to the Irish people. We are a wonderful people, we're a wonderful race of people, and we have every right to say no to this invasion.
Well, people are forgetting about the government document from a couple of years ago, Ireland 2040. Now, Ireland 2040 envisages that there will be an extra 1 million people living in Ireland by the year 2040. Now, one wouldn't require the investigative skills of Hercule Poirot to know that 99% or over 90% of those people will not be Irish. Okay, we are at war for the survival of the Irish race. It's that simple. It is that simple. Now, Sinn Féin have a big decision to make. They either stand with the people or they stand aside, because we are the new Irish nationalist movement.
Yes, absolutely. Sinn Féin, like, we're giving them a hard touch, but rightly so. They're masquerading as Irish Republicans and Irish nationalists, but nothing could be further from the truth. You know, they support the invasion of Ireland. They support the occupation of Ireland. Their motto was Brits out, everybody else in. But like Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, they're every bit as bad.
Micheál Martin should read the Irish Proclamation. I suspect he hasn't read it for quite a few years. Now, I don't believe that Simon Harris has ever read it. Okay, Micheál Martin doesn't call Ireland Ireland anymore. He calls Ireland modern Ireland. He doesn't believe in narrow nationalism. He doesn't believe in the sovereign state of Ireland like we believe that Ireland should be a sovereign state. At the moment, Ireland is not a sovereign state, because a country that doesn't control her borders can never be called a sovereign state. Can never be a sovereign state.
Absolutely, no, I agree 100%. I saw Micheál Martin say that recently, that the leaders of 1916 were liberals and they wanted multiculturalism. It's unbelievable. Our leaders are rolling in their graves seeing what's happening, and even like their Sinn Féin's poster boy James Connolly, he was an Irish nationalist, but he was against mass immigration too during the lockout in Dublin. So this idea that because James Connolly was a communist, and he was a communist, but he was an Irish nationalist. So we must take back the narrative from these far left, like People Before Profit, like Sinn Féin and Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael too. They're all reshaping what the Irish men of 1916 did. Even in the 1798 rebellion as well, they're trying to shape-shift these men and what their beliefs actually were. They wanted a free and Gaelic Ireland, a sovereign Ireland, but now we've handed our sovereignty over from one empire, the British Empire, to another foreign empire, the European Union, which they all support as well.
70% of all of the laws enacted in Leinster House by our Oireachtas are just transposing EU directives into Irish law. Ireland is just an EU colony located to the west of Great Britain. That's all we are. My Uncle John was a former Fianna Fáil Taoiseach. Okay, he is spinning in his grave because of what's happening here. If he was to come back, he would be absolutely disgusted with the behaviour of the so-called Fianna Fáil, so-called Republican Party. Fianna Fáil are nothing more than a woke globalist mess.
Yeah.
Right? They too can't define what a woman is.
No, they cannot. No, you're right. And they call themselves a Republican Party. What an absolute disgrace.
They're a woke globalist mess, the same as Sinn Féin are a woke globalist mess.
Yeah, and they don't really differ in any of the major policies. Sinn Féin, Fianna Fáil, like Sinn Féin claimed to be in opposition, but down in Dublin there, Sinn Féin were supporting the regime, supporting Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael in the invasion of Ireland. They were protesting people like me and you who were concerned about immigration into Ireland, screaming at us, ironically outside the GPO, calling us
far-right fascists.
Yeah.
What other insults? The whole lot of,
yeah, no,
including a very prominent Sinn Féin councillor. He was to the forefront, you know what I mean, calling us far-right.
What councillor was that?
I think it's Donegal.
Oh, was he? Right, okay, of course, they're always the same, man. Look, John, it was good speaking to you. I'll probably speak to you again soon. We'll walk about here and we'll try and see what else everyone else is saying. So that was John Mulson there, former Garda. He's a Garda whistleblower, a good man, and he's have the guts and the courage to speak out about what's happening in Ireland.
Bamboo canes.
Aye.
I bought 50.
Where are they?
They're in the car.
Oh, then
I bought as many flags as I could.
No, I've got flags. I need bamboo canes.
Yeah, I've got 50 in the car.
Get them down.
I'll leave them to you.
Second
move here, though.
And I printed out this thing to go in the council.
We can get the canes, the most important thing. No, we get them now. So he's got canes. Right, so we need some people to help put the flags together. So the man's got the keys. He's getting the canes now. So yes.
We're going to go a different route. Instead of just going up around the corner of the property, we're going to go in this road and right up the main fucking street.
Alright.
Just cause a wee bit more destruction, you know?
Alright, okay.
What do you think?
So we're trying to get flags together here. I'm actually waiting on a shipment of bamboo canes. So can you see me here now? So hi everybody, welcome to tonight's show. My name is Niall McConnell. If you didn't ever seen me before, so I'm from Castleblaney, County Donegal, and we are protesting the invasion of our country here. We are in Castleblaney, County Monaghan here. The patriots are out and about, and you know what we're protesting here is there's an Ipas centre that's pending at the old convent, and you know, these people that we're bringing into the country, we don't know who they are, they're not vetted. But regardless, even if you could vet them, these people completely are alien to us. They don't share the same culture, they're not the same people, they believe in different things, and this is a numbers game after all. You know, there's billions of people in Africa, but Ireland has a population of about 5 to 6 million. We cannot absorb the amount of immigration that's coming into this country. So the people of Castleblaney say no, the people of Ireland say no. So the only thing I can ask you right now is to share these streams with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. The very least you can do. I travelled 1 hour and a half down to Castleblaney here. Share out your social media, your Facebooks, your Telegrams, your Twitters, your WhatsApp groups. Share the stream with all your friends and family. So sun's in my eyes this way. So there's more people were gathering up here. But so as I was saying there, we're trying to get flags. I have flags, but I don't have bamboo canes. I'm waiting on a shipment. Haven't arrived yet. There's a fella has 50 or 60 bamboo canes. He's brought them with him. He's way to get them now, so we're going to tie them up quickly here. Look, if you want to get involved in real life political action, if you want to join as a member, right across the screen there's a shield in the hair, and that's our political movement. You can join as a member. Scroll down below in the description to join as a member. How you doing? Hold on a minute.
Alright, you should some possible think about it.
I know, but anyway. So
the far better to go the long route. So
oh, aye.
From here, the comment's only up around the fucking corner. Please.
No, I go the long route.
Good man, Niall.
No bother.
You're doing a shocking good work up and down the country.
Thanks
right?
so much.
Thank you.
Good man. Right, so I had the meet there, the stream. So we're waiting for how's it going, sir?
Tony Owens, County Maid.
Good man, yourself.
We were hoping to have Balmac here.
Is he coming?
I was talking to him this morning. He might, you know him.
He'll do his best. Probably feeding cows.
He's like myself. Great to see you here.
I know bother, right? So we're waiting on flag poles here. But I don't know, nice. We're a bit late here at the minute. I was hoping they've had this done an hour ago, but whatever. So we are in Castleblaney. Sun's, let's walk down this way. Sun's out. It's a lovely evening here in Castleblaney. Did we get flag poles? Oh, he's got the flag poles. Here, we need some coordination here now. Have you got the flag poles? Oh, they're coming. You may as well get ready.
People are getting impatient, so they're looking for speeches. So we start walking up the convent.
Well, no, we're waiting on flags.
Oh, flags, you're
No, we're going left.
No, we're going left.
We're going left.
That goes straight.
Now, we're going to need people. Look, now I suppose. Take two. If you want a flag, take a flag and 2 cable ties so we can get it done quickly, right? So, does anybody want a flag? Tricolour flags, free. Come over here, get your tricolours.
Me and Mark's going to the corner.
Hey? But we need to get flags done up first.
I know, but
Trying to get some flags out there. Get all the flags out here, right there. Aye, good. So, does anyone want some flags, tricolours? Aye, no bother. We're waiting on bamboo canes. I don't have any, so.
I know, so we'll put it around over
well, tick. So two per flag, right? Four.
Thank you very much.
Does anyone want a flag?
Thank you.
And did you just get cable ties?
No, should we walk between us?
No, you need the pole. You want to do it right? Where's this man? Here we go, Ronaldo. Where's hold on. Sorry, dude. Tricolour flags. Tricolour flags. Get them here. Good mind yourself. Here up. Aye, here.
I can have actually 4 of them. I need
Here, you got some? Got you more?
Yeah, I might take
Aye.
some more. Yeah.
Tricolour flags. Here, cable ties. Tricolour flags.
You think that you want to go from Dublin and selling stuff before the match?
Tricolour flags, cable ties. 2 for a pound.
That's all I can
Tricolour flags. Put two cable ties per flag. Cable ties, flags. Get your no bother.
Thank you.
Here, help that man out there. Help that man out. Somebody help him out there. Cable ties here. 2 cable ties per flag. Cable ties for the flags. Get them out. And the flags over here. Right?
You spent time over Bow Street, didn't you?
Watch too much Only Fools and Horses. Del boy. Here, hand the flags out. Here, cable ties. Here you go. Cable ties. Anybody? Here.
Yeah, I've got my own flags. Yeah.
Cable ties, flags. Here, I got cable ties. I've got cable ties. Hey, ladies, get them on poles. Looks far better. Out there, look. Here, take that one there, look. Poles. Over there, look. Here. Cable ties, flags, cable ties. Cable ties here. No, the flags over there. They're on left. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can I have some of them there, please?
Cable ties, flags, cable ties.
Any sticks? Can you give me a few? 3 flags.
3 flags. He needs 6. What's it? 4, 6 or no?
Here, I have another flag. I need more than 4.
Cable ties. Sorry. Do you want 2? Sorry, there. Cable ties here. Cable ties. Get the flags up high. Get them out. Any? Here, get some fella to give you a hand here. Go. Aye, come on up here, look. Give me a stick here. Are they yours?
Yeah, no, I have
No, Jesus, you need to be quick. Cable ties and flags and tricolours, get them out. Cable ties here. Cable ties.
Is there any more flags?
I don't know. Oh wait, no, I do. Hold on. See, we only have 60. Yeah, that's okay. What do you call it? 60 canes. Yeah. How's it going, sir?
Thanks to see you.
No bother. Thanks so much. Thanks very much.
I'm going to grab a pole then, innit?
Here. Have you got cable ties or you got cable ties?
I'll show you how to do that.
Any spare poles or anything like that? Anything spare?
There's loads spare here.
Anybody want a pole?
Here.
I've got a spare one, haven't you? A pole?
No, help that woman out. Put them on there. Come on, good man. Help her out there. Anybody need any help? Or is it a spare pole?
No.
No, you're looking for a flag, is it?
They're all gone.
No, but if there's a flag, every flag needs a pole. Hold on, hold that there. Here, you
get a flag?
A flag. See, there's only so much. Do you need some help? Do you? Yeah. Here, there's a. There's no. Can you give that to that young lady here? Can you?
Yeah.
Here. I have plenty of them here. Here, look. Here, go on, you highlighter, will you? Highlighter to your logo, will you? So here, I'll have Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. you meant for silver, yeah. Look at my pocket.
I put your phone in, but you have to carry your.
Just like money. Can I put the money in your purse? Yeah, look at the fall in the pocket. Look at
There's your phone outside, Nikita. I just put it down, you can't see it. Do that, Alice.
we go just pull in.
Yeah, we line up. You said one for you said one.
Okay, but hey. Hold on. Just a phone. The light's past the wall.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, the kids will play around.
Look around there, I don't know, right? Another cable tie there.
I think he's come with us. Well, I think he's come with us.
You know?
James took one of these before me. Like.
You don't show him it.
I think I know how to use a camera. You know it's voice recording.
I bought these letters for the These girls wouldn't say anything.
I'll say it. Then what?
It's just objective. Someone did that on Facebook.
Make that flag by haters, man.
Right, so good man yourself, thanks so much. Hello, man. Here, fucking hell. Here, well,
Niall, what do you want us to do?
somebody take that, will you?
Yeah.
You take that. You. Jesus Christ. Put the flags up high. Sorry, here. Flags up high. Sorry. Hi, slow down. Hold on, slow down. Hey, slow down. Stop. Now, just what you want everyone to come together. Put the flags up high. Flags up in the air. Flags up high. Nice and slow now, man. Nice, just nice and easy. You want everybody to come together. Good stuff. One ahead now. Just nice and easy. Oh, you go nice and easy. It's our street. There's our streets. So we are in Castleblaney here, County Monaghan. I would say about 500 people are here. Great to see Patriots out in force. No, it does not. Well done to the people of Castleblaney. Well done to the people of Monaghan for standing up for their town. So what are we doing here? We are in Castleblaney because there is a pending Ipas centre opening up in the Convent where we're walking to right now. And there's 4 schools in the vicinity right beside this old convent that's no longer in use, and a creche. So, a lot of families are here. They're not happy about what's happening. No consultation, and we've got politicians, Sinn Féin councillors, gaslighting the Irish people, telling us, no, there's no application in for an Ipas, but it's on the Monaghan County Council website, marked as pending. So, the people of Monaghan are saying enough is enough. Fantastic to see so many people out in force here. Wow, that's a great sight, all the flags. It really, really is. Nice and easy, boys, that's it. Keep her lit. Wonderful to see here. Please, look, if you're new to the stream, please subscribe. Please share these videos with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there that the people of Ireland have said enough. Enough is enough. Ireland is full. We are the indigenous people of this land. We have a right to say no to mass immigration. You know, the Irish will quickly become a minority in their own country if we do not stop what's happening. So it's really important to, at the very least, share this message with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. Let's spread the word that there's hundreds and hundreds marching on the streets of Castleblaney saying no to mass immigration. What a wonderful sight here we see in Castleblaney. Hundreds of people getting to the streets, people power, sending the politicians, all the politicians in the local area. Now there's Sinn Féin politicians, Matt Carthy MEP, Gibbons Sinn Féin, Amkin Sinn Féin councillor, Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, they're all here. Aontú is not far away too, but where are they? Is any of them on the streets here? Standing with the people of Castleblaney, standing with the people of Monaghan, standing with the people of Ireland? No, they're not. Of course they're not. They loathe the working class. They loathe the Irish people. There's grannies, there's granddads, there's mothers, there's fathers, there's children, there's newborns here. All with the unified message: no to mass immigration, no to an Ipas centre in the convent, and no to the destruction of our country, the destruction of our culture, the destruction of our heritage. Just a pity the sun's right in my eyes here, but whatever it is, or it's right into the... It's fantastic to see. Whoa, there must be 1,000 people here now. Wow, it just keeps going and going and going. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Look, we handed out, we only got 60 tricolour flags. Well done to the man with the bamboo canes. I'm waiting on a huge shipment of bamboo canes. We've been handing out as many flags as we can recently, but we need your support. Each flag there you see costs us €3. Well, now the bamboo canes was probably only $2.50, but each flag costs us $2.50. We handed out tricolours, we handed out Erin Go Bragh flags, we handed out Irish Republic flags. We're handing out hundreds, if not thousands of flags. So, but we need your support. We can't do this without you. There is a flag fund in the description. If you want to chip into our flag fund, you're more than welcome. You know, each €3 puts a flag on the street, so you know, €10 puts just over 3 flags on the street. You know, if you want these protests to see a wave of tricolours, a wave of Irish nationalist flags, I'm hoping the next protest every man, woman and child will have a flag. See one of my 4 provinces flags there? No, you helped put that on the streets. That was your doing. Well done to everybody here for getting out on the streets. Absolutely fantastic. People just keep going and going and going. Ireland is full. Man's got one of our stickers. Fantastic. If you're new to the show, new to my channel, please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. The very least you can do is share it everywhere with all your friends and family. Let's get the message out there. Let's tell the people of Ireland that we've had enough. Let's send a message to the traitors in Dáil Éireann. Councillors, TDs, senators, you name it. Every one of them. Why are they not here? Why are the local politicians not walking with the people of Castleblaney? Walking with the people of Monaghan? Walking with the people of Ireland? I'll tell you why. They've got a vested interest, every one of them. They're all making huge amounts of money in this occupation. They have taken the soup. Let's try and go down to the front here again. Oh! Slow down there again, slow down. We're getting spread out there. We'll look really good all coming together. Just slow down. Just slow down, ladies, slow down. Handbrake on. Just slow down there again. Let everyone come together. Good stuff. Just slow down now. The Gardaí can witness. Alright, let's see how spread out it is. We'll all come down as one. We're just stopping here, letting everyone catch up. We have 500 in the live chat. Welcome everybody. We are in Castleblaney, County Monaghan here, posing an Ipas centre. If you're new to the show, please subscribe. Share these videos with all your friends and family. We hit the road. Go on ahead now, girls. Nice and easy. That's it. Alright, Mary. Oh, it's fantastic. See, once the crowd goes, everyone jumps on then. But there must be well over 1,000 people here. Yeah. From my experience, anyway, definitely 1,000 people. That's at least 1,000 people. It's going as far as the eye. It's going as far as the eye can see. But around that corner, still coming.
I was expecting about 10 or 20 people.
Okay, young man, go on, do me a favor. Go on, howl that right. Howl both of them.
Right.
Just, I want to do an orbital and just point.
What? Yeah.
She's doing the MC, is she? I'm making a job of that here yet. They won't show nothing. There's this 6 months really run down, isn't it? This bike really run down, isn't it? These Romans not really up there. Huh? Put the hand off, hold on there. That was Oliver shot. That's the Oliver's in there, tapping me in there. They're boarding pass ready, bud. Making sure no snakes out there, that's it. Making sure no snakes out there, that's it.
Stop a minute there. Stop a minute. Get them to stop. You have to go slow. Yeah.
Mommy, look at this. Don't smoke. Yeah. Shut up, Father. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, Danny.
Squadrons
Get all the money and go gambling. Huh? Up and here from Woodford. Scum. Quick. There's a van. Throw them all into it. Radio ice cream van. You can lick whatever the lack. Come on! Come on! Oh, we'll give them the boat down. Come back. Yeah, 50. Ah, you would. We'll put an extension on it. Come on here. Here. Here, all right. On the papa.
Tommy, when will they be talking and all?
That's done.
Could do a wee video of the crowd there.
Francis, move out of my way. This is my way, Thomas.
Now you're a double 07.
How you doing there? Hang on, what's are you on? You got 500. Oh, that's me.
This is yours.
Oh, I was like, do you want to chat? Hold on. Just let me set this up right.
You take your time. No, I'll just let you know I'm here anyway.
Feel free to commentate if you want.
Hello, hello, hello. Mary!
Yeah, without the microphone.
Mary!
Getting set up here. Standing in front of the girls' school in Castleblaney.
Lisa needs a hand. Can you bring her up? The newspaper. Can you bring like... So close. Bring her up here. Bring up. She has to go. These are too close. She's in the middle.
I see. Now, if you need to move it, right? See, no, it's the best to move this morning. It should be alright there. Well, you can. You can listen to this here, right? No, it should be alright there now. You shouldn't have to move it. Yeah, you can go back up there for a minute. Where's that lady there?
They're just asking to take the overlay off here.
Who's asking?
Comments here.
Someone. Oh, hello, man. Here, just give me a second. Oh, good man. Go on ahead.
All right, welcome everybody, and thank you so much for turning up here tonight in your droves. I'm shocked. I was actually just expecting about 20 or 30 people. I was actually very nervous about it tonight, but I'm actually quite emotional. It's brilliant. I'm so glad to see so many people here concerned about the convent and about our own wee town and that, because it is a great wee community, and I love Castleblaney, as I always say. We got word back today from Paul Gibbons that there is an application in for an Ipas, but it hasn't been granted. So please God that it doesn't be granted. Pardon?
It shouldn't be granted.
No. First of all, it shouldn't be granted because there's a lot of schools around here. There's 4 schools and creches. There's a creche here as well. We have the junior school here in front of the convent, and then we have the girls' school here behind us, and then we have our ladies' secondary school to the left of us.
I'm going to go get some papers.
And then behind there is Ipas with a creche with 3 children. And every evening now you'd see parents collecting children here in the school grounds and out on the school, out along the road. And like as I was explaining to Niall last night, there could be a couple of hundred children pass the gates of the school every day, like up and down, walking past. And it's just, we just want to protect our community, and we want to know what's going on. We just want to know through it, and just whether there is a bypass, or I keep calling it a bypass, an Ipas centre coming or not, and if it is the case that it's not deadly, that'd be brilliant, but if it is, then we have to do something about it, and we will have to organise another assembly, peaceful assembly, so we will. And thank you again so much. Honest to God, I can't believe the amount of people that's come out here tonight. It's great. Honest to God, thank you. I have John Wilson, he's wanting to do a talk. Oh, right, we have Mark Brady going to do a talk.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to see such a turnout here this evening. As we're all aware, on Monday evening it came to the attention of us, a wee group that we're working with, that this building here on River Hotel in Ballybay was applied for Ipas. They had the Ipas, they have it, putting it in a very sneaky way now. The Riverdale was open to see, but this one wasn't. But we've got Riverdale stopped today. And if we all stick together, we'll stop this one too. I have to read this out, there's too much just to begin. This is just factual proof that this is going for Ipas. And I want to read this out to you here, just bear with me a wee second. Now this was sent to Matt County twice today and he deleted it. He has been laying to us all along, but we caught him out rotten today, and along with a lot of other councillors. Just before I say this, I called all the councillors in County Monaghan and all the T's out yesterday on Northern Sound to see what they come and talk to us about this building here and Riverdale, and I got not one reply. I know a lady rung one councillor and he told her nothing but lies. He told her it was a Glen on no film with migrants. So there you go. So watch that one too. Now, this was sent twice to Matt Tardy, they only deleted it twice. This isn't a full planning. The Convent is listed under a reference EX25-26 in Monaghan Council's exempt developments register. It's a Class 20F exemption, which means no plan of mission is needed. No Ipas contract is required at the time of application. No public consultation is involved. The public deserves transparency. This is already moving forward quietly, and that's exactly why people are concerned. Now, the company that has interest here are IAT Futures. It's belonged to a Mr. Brannan and a Mr. Sherlock. Mr. Sherlock is a NAMA man, he worked for NAMA. Why would they have interest here? IAT Futures have an address in Donegal, County Dublin. The two directors are Aaron Sherlock of Ballsbridge and Michael Brannan of RD. The company, in common with many EU entities which have spotted the great success of the asylum accommodation sector, is only recently formed. Have been registered with the company's registration office only last November. The two joint owners of the company are Cool Modmet Limited, which is owned by Michael Brannan and Ola Brannan, and A Sherlock Capital Limited, which is wholly owned by Aaron Sherlock. The other details applied as they intend to conduct their business from Convent Lands, New Street, Castleblaney. Their ownership is confirmed by the fact that they registered charge on the property last December. Section 1, number 376, 2023, Planning and Development, Exempt Developments, number 4, Regulations. That's what the code is. Section 1, number 376 of 2023. That's the new order. They can take this in without planning, without telling you anything. And that's what they're doing here. Believe us, this is happening. To the non-believers who come online and attacked us all day today and said it was lies, the proof is here. Okay? So you know what you have to do. And we'll come back here again in the fortnight and know what everyone else is doing in the fortnight. Everybody here. Bring somebody else with you. Okay, I'm going to hand over to John here. He's a genius. Sorry, Paul's here.
Good evening, folks. I never thought I'd be back in this building. For any of you who don't know me, I'm Paul Carvin. I'm from Donegal originally. I was reared down in Dromellard and out in Annie Yard, out by Oran there. And I also served 8 years in the army barracks just behind us when I was in the Defence Forces. I moved to Carrickmacross in '82, and as you know, we have big issues in Carrickmacross with the same problem. Migrants loitering everywhere, intimidating people, women don't feel safe, kids can't go into the playground. If this happens here, it's going to be the exact same as Carrickmacross. Right, we were in Carrick on Monday with Paddy Tobin from Aon2, had a public meeting. And we got a bit of information off him. He has ideas about immigration, housing and all the rest of that stuff. It's the same routine all over the place. But he did tell us that any citizen from the EU that enters another EU country, if they don't have means of supporting themselves by 90 days, they have to be deported. So look at all the Roma gypsies and all the other scoundrels that's in the country for years, who are living on the dole for years plus. They should be deported long ago. 90 days they were given, and it's not been enforced. 85% of the Roma gypsies in Ireland do not work. The other 15 that do is cash in hand. The recent unemployment figures came out there a couple of weeks ago. Out of all the unemployed in Ireland, 31% are foreign nationals who have been long-term unemployed. That's a disgrace. So for all the tax slaves out there, not working class, tax slaves, that's where your money's going. Plus this racket. This is a big money racket for certain individuals. So this is where your money's going. On the plus side for immigration, the non-nationals that have come to Ireland, who have made a life for themselves, bought their houses, raising their families, going to work, paying the taxes, that's what we want to see. Not the lazy scoundrels that you see lying around the streets. Now we did ask Paddy Tobin about his stance on immigration. He says it's chaotic, it's not working, and it needs some severe changes. So we did say, John actually said it with Niall's podcast, there's a few TDs in the Dáil, Karen Nolan, Ken Flynn and himself. Why don't some of the TDs come out in some of the marches with the people? His answer was he's afraid of being compromised by some of the fringe parties. Right, he doesn't want to jeopardise his position. But I told him that if he came out with the people on the marches, people would see there's elected TDs in the marches, and they can't call them far right or racist, just us tax slaves. So if they come out the marches, more people would join on the marches and get a bigger crowd going, and the government have to take notice, but he said he couldn't for fear of jeopardising his position.
Oh yeah.
Just to see.
Go ahead.
Next we go on to the landlords. Right, there's all know the money they're making. You can see it in Carrickmacross, the mansions, the cars. And I said to Philip Dwyer when we done the protest in Carrickmacross, I hope the money keeps them warm, because they're getting a frosty reception from the people in Carrickmacross, and it's happening there at the minute. Shops are refusing to serve them. They don't want the dirty money.
Good. Yeah.
And as I said in Carrickmacross a couple of weeks back, I hope that every generation that bears their name is forever tarnished because of their actions. And I will tell my grandchildren, if you see their grandchildren, remind them where they got their dirty money from.
Yes.
Another thing we have to talk about is this new planning laws that came into force a couple of months back, where your granny could build a wee modular home in the back garden. That wasn't for your granny so your kids could take over the family home. That's for this rubbish. so they don't have to get planning permission for non-residential buildings. That's what that was for. Also, Jim O'Callaghan announced a few weeks ago he wants to bring in facial recognition technology into Ireland before the end of the year. As well as that, hate speech has to be in the next 6 weeks according to the EU, or we're going to get fined. Right, that's 3. EU is organising digital currency by October, November. So you know where this is leading. This is leading to a totalitarian regime. And we are the testing ground for Europe. Nowhere else have I heard these stuff's going on anyway, only here in Ireland. So we have to say no, resist this at all costs. So my advice to you is take your monies out of the bank, just leave your standing on with your direct debits. Leave the banks nothing. And as well as that, because of these planning laws, all this stuff's been ramped up. Have you noticed that many of these Ipas centres has been announced all around the country? It is really getting out of hand. And the quicker we stop these, and the quicker we stop the hate speech, they can't stop us talking about this. If they get that in, we can't say boo.
That's a dictatorship.
Exactly. Now we get on to the empty suits, the politicians and the councillors. Right? Peter O'Hanlon, on the night we had the meet with Matt Carty in Carrickmacross, went on the Jerry Ryan wannabe show, Joe Finnegan in Northern Sound, and said that Carrickmacross was safe. Right? We went to meet the Matt Carty, and the crowd we had was unbelievable. There was at least 500 people. You couldn't get any more in the door. And he was bombarded with questions and complaints, and he never answered one or addressed any complaint. So this is a wake-up call for any of you staunch Sinn Féin supporters out there. They are no good. They have flip-flopped more times than Gandhi's flip-flop. So be under no illusion. They are not going to save the country. They voted with the government to take woman and mother out of the Constitution. They voted with the government for harsher COVID. They voted with the government to take the definition of family out of the Constitution. And they also voted for the hate speech bill. And now they've flip-flopped on that. So do not trust Sinn Féin. They're a shower of useless idiots.
Yeah.
When it comes to the councillors of Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, same as Carrickmacross, where are they? Where are they? Hiding under the rocks behind the party line. No good. If they're not going to do the job that they're elected to do, resign. Get out.
Yes.
You're no good. Same with the politicians we have in the Dáil. And this is one of my favourite people I love to hate, right? As a former soldier, it galls me to see that T-boy, incompetent, college dropout, simple Simon Harris, reviewing professional soldiers going out on a mission overseas, away from the families for 6 months in hostile territory. It galls me to see that clown inspecting them. I've seen more brains than a head of cabbage, and that's a fact. For everyone who is here that gets up in the morning, does your shift, as far as the government are concerned, you're not more than tax slaves. Go to work, get a quarter up the hour taken off you, and these clowns will squander on this, making millionaires out of tramps. That's where your money's going. Think about this. Everywhere you spend your money, it's going towards this. The only thing there's no tax on is the food you eat. Everything else is taxed, and it's going towards this. And then they tell you, we're a wealthy nation. We're a wealthy country. We're in debt to the tune of €242 billion. That's 40 grand for every man, woman and child in this country. But we're a wealthy country. So when the arse falls out of this, who's going to pick up the can? The tax slaves of Ireland, again. So what I'm saying to you is resist this. Resist it, resist it, resist it. Camp down there, camp down the back gates. Do not let them in. Because if they get in here, start taking the kids out of the schools. It's not safe. I seen a quote today, and I think it's very apt. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes your duty. Our ancestors did 1916 to get what we have now. It's up to us to pass on that to our children and grandchildren. Because if these bastards get it, we're doomed. We're doomed.
Amen. Yeah.
Right, lads, that's me finished. I'm going to hand you over to John Wilson here. Ireland is still no Ipas in Blaney.
Come on. Hey!
Good evening, everybody. The people of Castleblaney have risen.
Hey!
The people of Carrickmacross have risen. And the people of Ireland are rising. We are going to take back our country. We are taking our country back. I want to address what Matt Carty said on Northern Sound today. He spoke about the outsiders coming to these meetings in Monaghan and saying hurty words about Sinn Féin. Well, Matt, I have news for you. Every Irish man and every Irish woman is a local in every part of Ireland, our country, our Ireland, and we will fight like hell to save her. The outsiders, Matt, are not myself and Van Martin. You addressed those comments to me, and I'll tell you, those comments were about me and Van Martin. Matt, the outsiders are the criminal, illegal, immigrant invaders that are blotting the landscape of Ireland. Our treacherous government, Micheál Martin, the T-Boy, young Harris, Simon Harris. As an aside, I'd say it's a long time since Micheál Martin read the proclamation. I recommend he reads it again. And I doubt Simon Harris has ever read the Irish Proclamation. No. We, the Irish people, are being force-fed a diet of synthetic diversity. And anyone who stands up and challenges the invasion of our country is called a racist, a xenophobe. We don't give a damn. You can call us what you want. If loving my country makes me far right, then I am proudly far right. We got news today that the plantation centre in Ballybay has been cancelled. They're not going to use it anymore. That's people pressure, okay? The people in Coolock stopped the old Crown Paints factory being used as a plantation centre. People power works, and we have to get that message across to the people of Ireland. People that are afraid to turn out and be counted. They're afraid of being labelled as far right, and they're afraid of being called other hurty words by our discredited mainstream media. Get up, get out, and be counted, and save our country, because an Ireland without Irish people will no longer be Ireland. Now, talking about Matt Carty, you know, I don't really take anything he says seriously, because a man who belongs to a party that can't even define what a woman is has no credibility. I have a question for you, Matt. Nigeria belongs to the Nigerians. Hungary belongs to the Hungarians. Poland belongs to the Polish. Do you agree with me that Ireland belongs to the Irish? The people, the great people in Coolock, the great people of Coolock, they were battered, bruised and bullied by the guards on behalf of our Christian traitorous government. But they would not yield, and they won. They claimed victory. The plantation centre is not going to the old Crown Paints factory. For a very good reason. Because if the government had been stupid enough to put planters into that premises and turn it into a plantation centre, they would have had to recruit an extra 10,000 guards to protect it. I'm not advocating violence, but it's time to stop the nicey words, to get out and protest, to robustly protest, to make the plantation owners understand that we are not going to lose our country. We're not going to allow these traitors to steal our country and to make Irish people a minority in our own country, strangers in our own land. There are tens of thousands of people working in this country on work permits. And our government have deliberately muddied the waters, equating the good people here to work hard on work permits with the illegal invaders. Okay, they are equating the invaders with the people that are here legally to work on work permits. All right. Now, in relation to work permits, a work permit should be just that, a work permit. It should not be a pathway to Irish citizenship. And I think we're going to have to demand that the government cease the citizenship programme. Stop giving out Irish citizenship, because it's a farce at this stage. There are people getting Irish citizenship that can't say dog and cat in English, let alone Oscalia.
Or they might want to eat them.
There should be at least a 10-year waiting period between coming into this country legally and applying for Irish citizenship. It should take at least 10 years, okay? Now, provided that the person has been law-abiding for that 10 years and has not been a burden on the state. Now, let's talk about burdens on the state. Joseph Pushka, the parasite Roma gypsy, was convicted of brutally murdering Aisling Murphy. There are parasites like Joseph Pushka walking around Castleblaney, Carrymacross, Monaghan, Cavan, and throughout every town in this region and in this country. It's time that on the 1st of January 2004, I was the guard in Clonus, okay? And Ireland became a dumping ground for European-based criminals and social welfare tourists, okay? We continue to be a dumping ground to this day. But in addition to that, we are now a dumping ground for the rest of the world. As we speak, and these are the words of Mary Robinson, the ex-president of Ireland, not me, there are at least 200 million people from North Africa actively trying to get into Europe. At least 200 million people actively trying to get into Europe, okay? Many of those people have earmarked Treasure Island as their destination of choice. Every single person that travels to Ireland through safe countries and claims asylum is a bogus asylum seeker and should be deported in a matter of hours, and they should not be allowed to enter the asylum seeker process. They should not be allowed to spend 10 years in the courts fighting expulsion from the country, okay? But no, they are coming in here in their droves from the UK and from other safe countries in Europe. We are a joke. We are the laughing stock of Europe. And as other European countries tighten up their borders, as the AfD have forced the German government to do, we are going to be an even more attractive location for these parasites, okay? We are in trouble. We are only 0.6% of the population of the world. We are an ethnic group. The Irish people are only a small ethnic group. And within a short few years, we will be a minority in this country. I mean, we have to take action, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot just sit back and watch our country be destroyed. I will fight until my last breath to save this great country and to save the great people of Ireland, okay? And I know you will too, all right?
Yeah!
This is Ireland, our Ireland, and we will fight like hell to save her. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah!
Just before we go, folks, there's 2 national protests kicking off in the country next month. One's in Cork. It's a bit far for most people here, but I'm going down to it in June. But there's another one planned for Dublin on the 22nd of June. I'm telling you, get your flags, get your bags packed, get your buses booked, bring the kids, bring the coats if it's wet, bring the sun cream if it's sunny, bring a packed lunch. Go down there, protest, and don't worry about the loony left, because they'll be behind a fence like this. Paul Murphy and his loony crew will be on one end, Sinn Féin will be in the middle, and they're in with their banners, and the Fraggle Rock LGBT half the alphabet push crew will be in the other end.
The rent a
So don't be afraid. Let them call what you want, let the kids laugh at them, because that's all they are, is a joke. So 22nd of June, get the boots on, get down to Dublin.
Val Martin, Val. The great Val Martin. He's one of the people, myself and himself, are the 2 that Matt Carty was referring to today as outsiders. Here, Val.
I'll be very brief. Thank you, John. I'll be very brief. There's no point me repeating what has been said here. There's no point. It's said once. Once should be enough to say what has been said. Just a little bit of history. When Ireland, its unfortunate history, was taken over by a landlord class from Britain. I'm not trying to rehash all this, but that's what happened. And if you go into Griffith's Poor Law valuation today, you'll see that back in about 1860, every piece of ground was either owned by the government or by a landlord. And that was the situation. And with a big struggle in the late 1800s, a deal was worked out where the British government bought the land for the farmer, and then we had to pay back rent to the British government, and that was part of the negotiations with Collins. And I actually paid rent on a wee bit of land I had back to the Irish government. But the point about it is, in Great Britain, especially in England, that process never happened. And today, a big portion of the land in Britain is owned by big finance companies. The farmers are only leasing it for 16 years. Now, the point I make is, it was the resistance of our grandparents that's got us out of that bind. It's the resistance that we put up that means that every piece of land I look out there is owned by somebody from this country or somebody that's farming it or whatever. If that we hadn't to, and our ancestors hadn't to resist, that would still be owned by big finance houses, BlackRock, Vanguard, and the farmers out there would be paying an annual rent, and after 16 years to be told to get out. So that shows you that resistance, genuine resistance, does work. And what's happening here is an upswelling of resistance to this. Now, I was a policeman like John Wilson, but I was in charge of Cavan, and one of the things we were in charge of was migration. And we never had any problem dealing with them. It was all registered, all done between the Department of Justice and us, and there was no blackguards getting through. They were all medical people who were students and everything, and it was an easy thing to do. They came in on a Monday, and they were only there for a couple of hours, and there was 2 guards dealing with, and I just rubber stamped because there was usually no controversy. That's mostly bypassed. There are rules, as has been said here, about how all this should be done, but they're just pushed aside by the modern wave of this woke, cultural Marxist, everything goes, give everything away. I was listening to Matt Carty today. I actually heard him saying that on Northern Sound, and he was giving out about people coming into Monaghan from other counties, and he's supposed to be a TD for Cavan and Monaghan. So he was alluding to John Wilson and this other chap here, the army man that was here a minute ago, Carville, is it? Yeah. And he was alluding to me. So in other words, what he's saying to us is, this should be kept local, and that's what was said in Carrick in the Shirley Arms. Let's stick together. Which means let's vote Sinn Féin. Let's stick together. Well, what does stick together have to do with solving this problem? It is baloney, and it reminded me in my time investigating some abuse of children and that, and I don't want to be going into this, but there was abuse by people in high places, and children were abused and everything like that. And they used to say to them, "This is our little secret. This is between me and you, our little secret," after them sexually abusing a child. Now, the point I'm making, isn't there a certain resonance in that with Matt Carty saying, "Oh no, we keep this in County Monaghan. We don't want them fellas from Cavan and Louth and Meath coming in trying to stir up trouble. We have our little nest here and we're going to keep it here." Do you get the point I'm saying? These are the trends of this. Now I'm going to finish. This is what I am, an ordinary chap. I only joined the Guard. I could have had another job. It just happened. I did it for a bit of fun, and I ended up in it and I stayed there, and I had a very responsible job. I never had a black mark against me, and I was never promoted too high because they didn't trust me because I had my own view. But I'm also a farmer. I had cattle. I bought my first calf at 15. I always kept a wee lot of cattle on a small farm up there because I like doing that. But this is what I want to say to you people, and I'm done then. What is happening now is not normal. This is not normal. The idea that we should lie back and this is our betters, and George Soros and all says this is normal. We are not savages. I tried to get a Pakistani Catholic lady that was sentenced to death in Pakistan in 2013, and her solicitor was shot dead, and it was over a row with a crowd of Muslim women, and it got out of hand, and she was sentenced to death for blasphemy because she wouldn't renounce Jesus Christ and all of that. And that wasn't the worst of it. It was the sentence she got to be hanged. Her kids used to come up to the jail every evening and shout into their mother, and the big judge, when it got to him, he says, "Look, get her out of here, get her out of here." And I knew about it because I'd be watching, and I wrote to most of the TDs and most of this constituency, and I asked them, "Please let her in, send her over to me there at Kingscourt. We'll fix her up something for herself and her husband, and let her come to Mass or whatever." They said, "No, no,
Theresa May said she's not coming into Britain in case it might offend Muslims. They wouldn't let the woman in after 6 years on death row in Pakistan. Eventually Canada took her and she got out of here. Doesn't that tell you where the hearts of our government lie? Doesn't that tell you exactly what we're dealing with? They'll put all kinds of stuff in front of, oh, we're racist, we're this, that and the other. I am racist. I'm racist against Irish people that can go into a ballot box and come out after voting for the people that's doing this. That's who I'm racist against. And we'll have to try and get our neighbours to stop it. To stop it. It's immoral. It's wrong, it's abusive, it's the destruction of our history after 800 years of battling. That Michael Collins would turn in his grave, and even De Valera would turn in his grave. And this is not who we are at all. And they're trying to call us all right-wing extremists and anything else. These people, I saw a lad on the telly yesterday. He left Sudan a few weeks ago. He travelled to Switzerland. He paid someone to tell him how to do it. He got across from Switzerland into Germany. He got across into Germany. He got a train to the French north coast, and he got on a boat and he got across into England, and he's now relaxing on full dole and everything in a hotel in Britain, in England. That fellow's leaving nothing. He's here for the dole and the goodies. And Denmark stopped this. There's no filtering system. There's no system to make sure genuine cases get in. And it's not the case that the whole world is shooting everybody around them. You can live there. You just don't get as much money. You don't get as much dole. And we voted year in, year out for better health, for better school buses, for better services, for better medical services. We voted for all this, and to give a little bit of a safety net for people who lose their jobs. And we wanted that type of a society. And we have it built up now. And as soon as we have it built, they take it away. They make us share it with the rest of the world. Is that what we want? Are we not? Is every country in the world not entitled to run its own show? Certainly we can advise and we can help. Our way of handling it is bring everybody in here. And I believe if they get their way, they'll put 1 million people into this country in the next few years, unless we can stop them. So what I'll finish on, your protest is a legitimate, normal way for people to behave in this situation. Thank you very much.
We have a young girl from Castleblaney who's the All-Ireland boxing champion, and she just wants to say a few words.
Hi everyone, my name's Caden and I'm 15 years old. I'm a bit late because I have to travel to a different county to training now because there's no buildings free in town for our boxing club. I'm here to give my perspective on the Ipas centres and the unvetted moving into my town, my home. I've lived in Blaney my whole life and always praised my town for the spirit and community. As a young person, especially a young girl, I feel more unsafe now than ever. I go to school in Monaghan, which means I get the bus every day, but after a few scary encounters, I can't even walk alone to the bus anymore. Every morning, either my mum just after a night shift or my dad dragging my brother out of bed, one of them has to walk me to the bus. As I walk through what is now known among the young ones as the dodgiest part of Blaney, most of you will know what part I mean. This is so embarrassing as a 15-year-old. I crave freedom. Going for a run with my mum metres behind me in the car because it's not safe is unacceptable. It's only going to get worse if there are more Ipas centres in Blaney. I've had a knot in my stomach since the Glencairn has been closed, thinking, is this going to be an Ipas centre? I'm not against the ones who flee, but who's looking out for me? Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everybody, and thanks Caden, and thanks Niall for coming down from Donegal.
Up Donegal.
So safe journey home everybody, and thank you very, very much. I want to say thank you to Eddie Lynch as well for the lend of the mic. Yeah.
It's too late now, everyone's going on. No, that was good now. I'm gonna, there's a guy I'm gonna interview. You stay here and watch that.
Hey.
Louisa.
Always working newspaper.
You have to hand them out.
Where's the trolley of the newspaper?
Oh, there.
Here's the national
Will you bring them? Here it is. Here's the national anthem. Aaron Gubra!
No, you're sad.
Morning. Oh yeah, and
Hey?
all right, morning.
What's wrong?
We can get here. Mine are from town. And now yeah. Everybody's away. Yeah,
All right. How are you?
You want these bags, can I sell them? You want the bag, or can I sell them?
No, you can hold on to them, sure.
No, I don't want them all. Here, only one flag. Flags for flavour. Flags for
It's the paper's been in production for 5 years. It's independently funded by the people of Ireland and the world. And we've got some, like, for example, John Wilson, the Garda whistleblower, is writing for it, and the former, the former Defence Forces guy there, Paul Carville, he's written our paper. We've got some excellent writers, and we distribute 50,000 issues every single, 50,000 papers every single issue. So I must go. I'm going to go here because I have to travel an hour and a half. Okay. So that's it, everybody. Hey. Now, can you record me for a second? I'll do a wee outro. So that's it, everybody. Fantastic. I've got the last one. First one's there, last one's to leave. So we're going to head back here now. Well done to everyone for tuning in. Is there anything else now we're forgetting now? Hold on. No. Keep it up.
Niall, I'll send you that on later.
I know more.
Right?
Hold on.
Come here, I told you soon. Okay, you alright, you want to hammer it? You hammer it?
What?
You want to hammer it?
I probably need, I don't know if something might follow. As long as you're not the balls, it'll be alright.
Right, that's alright. Okay.
Here, I'll pick this up.
Come here, don't hold that for a second. You asked me to hold the camera one day and I ended up holding it 3 years later.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, thanks.
I think this
Thank you.
is 500 watts. 500 watts?
I don't know. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it on the page. I'm changing chopper. Might get more of a produce chopper, you know. Yeah, that's right. Keep changing your package as well. Take a bit of the interaction of raw here. It's raw without more.
Oh yeah.
Louisa.
See that first video of mine, the black and white one, the notice? Yes. Watch that one. That'll tell you about global warming. You watch that video. I videoed that in South Africa. The other phone broke the black and white.
How is this kid, right? I didn't have a shake. Canada was always a snowy country. Yeah. Last year, fucking fire. What the fuck?
Oh no, it's all. People think I'm mad in the head, but they can actually control the weather now.
Of course they can. That's what they're doing.
Find your cold in it now. Find your cold in it now.
The common feeling is that. You want to say a few words? Great speech, Val.
Well, I do the best I can. The main point about my speech is this, that what's happening is not normal in any society. This is not normal. I didn't get saying everything I'd like to, because you just can't get everything. You just can't cover everything. They're talking about the Irish going up to America and getting looked after. This is a totally different situation altogether. There is no evidence these people are being abused in their own country. They're coming here for the stuff we built up for ourselves.
And they're not coming from countries where there's wars.
Where there's wars.
We were told originally they were coming from...
All lies.
Yes. The first 6 months they all came in for Ukraine, and now they're coming from third world countries.
As many as they can let in.
And we have no deport unit. They're told to leave, and then
nobody knows do they go or not.
It's not followed up.
It's a shame, a depression, but all we can do is our best.
Yes.
It's our best. You're correct. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right.
Bye, Belle.
This is how they've been there. This is why it's cold. And this is why they're modifying the weather, I think. It's cold all of a sudden.
No, the vet, I don't know how
We're getting lots of support.
I've got to go to Castleblaney. Right, let's go.
You're in the crazy part of
No, I mean, no. Where's the closest space to Turing where? Oh, I know where I'm going now. That's right. Hey, God bless you.
See you next week.
Oh, it's still live. That's all right. Here, would you hold that there then? Hello, hold that too for a second. Let me put this away here. I've been wanting to put this away for a while here. So everybody, we're still live, are we? Come on, let's keep going. I was conducting an interview there with the lady from. I was conducting an interview with a lady from Castleblaney. She actually lives in this area, Ballybay. And she talks about how antisocial people are. Her son has a boxing club, but they've been kicked out of the boxing club and they're now boxing in the local park. So this is what we're protesting about. Rachel's going where the students go. So here, let me take the live stream here now. Yeah. And give me that battery there now. Thank you, Mar. Hey, we'll cross the road here now, Maureen, will we? I'm just saying it's a bit narrow. I didn't take a left in here. How's it going, everybody? In the live chat, this is me back again. So oh, this is your town, is it? So thanks for joining, everybody. God bless you all. Great to see so many patriots out on the streets of Castleblaney today. How's the live chat there? I'm using Streamlabs for the first time. How's everybody doing? Oh, they've crossed the road already, right? Okay. Any questions in the live chat? Any comments? Anything happened that I missed? Please let me know. Look, I've travelled over an hour and a half today, left my young family. We handed out 60 flags. Now I wanted to hand out more, but I didn't have the bamboo sticks. So look, we're handing out them flags for free. We're handing out their newspapers for free. So if you want to support our work, join as a member, get involved in real life political action. If you want to help our flag fund, our newspaper fund, there's links in the description, scroll down below and chip into our flag fund, our newspaper fund, or join as a member. We need as much support as we can to keep this going. Every protest that I go to, we will be handing out flags. We will be handing out newspapers. We're doing live streams, pre-records, interviews. I've done 3 or 4 or 5 interviews today, so I'll be uploading them there now in the next day or two. So stay tuned for that. So no, we're on the streets. We're not just talking the talk. We're walking the walk as well. So show your support in supporting our flag fund, our newspaper fund, and joining as a member. You can join from anywhere in the world. You can join from Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. No matter where you're from, you can join. So get involved now in real life political action. Where am I going here now? Down here. So Castleblaney is a lovely wee town, but unfortunately again, it's been invaded. The local people have never had a say in whether they want their town completely transformed, and that's why well over 1,000 people took to the streets of Castleblaney to say no to mass immigration. So well done to everybody. Well done to the live chat and the mods and the live chat for moderating the chat. Where's everybody? I'm walking probably too fast for them. Just stay here and wait for them. What, you going to drive over the top of me? Where's them women at? Alright, sorry, I was walking too fast. So cold? Alright, see you later. I'm boiling now. You Kyle, are you?
I'm up. Since I lost the weight, I cut it out of my
Right.
Whole hand, whole hand.
So have you got a lift, have you? No?
Brandon will come and get it.
Somebody
will come and get it.
There's a few pubs up there.
Yeah.
No, I gotta go home. I gotta go home. you want to help bring this over here? Alright, okay. Back to where it all started. We'll go across the road here if we can. This boy seems to know me. Well, you can't get across this road at all. The drive over the top is very easily. Where's that fucking? I had a. No, I had a.
Your camera.
Yeah, there was a cover for that. I'm hoping. I hope.
You did have a cover.
I think it's in this here bag. I hope. Down here. No, I have it here. I have it here. I think we're down this road here. We are. So thanks everyone for tuning in. 311 watching live right now. I think there was well over 600 at one stage. So thank you everybody for tuning in. As I said already, support our work. We're going to every single protest we can, handing out flags for free. We don't charge people, but we can't do it without your support. So if you're in America, if you cannot get out on the street, if you cannot put boots on the ground, where's the best place to? We'll cross here, we. If you cannot put boots on the ground, then join our movement. Join as a member. Support our work. Support our work. Chip into our newspaper fund. Chip into our flag fund. Help us out. We cannot do this without you. And all the links I'm talking about, scroll down below this video in the description. So we'll leave it there, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully the live stream went well. God bless you all.